Hey, what's up, everybody? Wyatt Hertz here with this week's featured Fridays match, another community spotlight round from the On Live game service. And of course, it's some more Homefront here. This week in the spotlight, let's take a look at who it is, a big player over there on Live, on any platform really that he plays on. I'm sure he's a big player no matter what he's playing. Eeyore Gaming 5 Pro. Welcome to the spotlight, sir. It is certainly good to have you here. Been playing against this guy, with this guy for a long time, and know that he's the real thing, the real deal, the real McCoy, you know what I'm saying? Let's get right into the action here. We'll run down the kit here shortly, but he does face a charging Humvee here early on, and straight to the EMP airburst launcher. Beautifully played, and then followed it up with the C4. Amazing. I love seeing that. Just great play. Really, a real smart move. Doesn't get any kills out of it, however, as soon as it was EMP'd, the occupants did bail and were gunned down by Eeyore's teammates. So at least he did halt that quick little charge that Humvee was trying to make, and got a little bit of BP out of it. Now, he does have that personal UAV sweep roll, and Eeyore, a great user, a great wielder of the personal UAV sweep. He uses it really well. The guy is just on real attentive, I guess is what I want to say. He's able to, divert his attention back and forth really quickly between that radar, between what's actually happening in front of him, and you can see all the blips down there. And this is a great little post-up spot. I didn't even know that existed, that little crack there between the pillar and the fencing, and a good line of sight in there. You know, he did a lot of damage from that location, and then stepped out after kind of second-guessing what he was going to do there for a second, and then finished off two guys. Amazingly survived that proximity, that dumbfire missile that came his way, because he actually went up to the next threat level, or up to the 1-star threat level, and got the health boost that came along with it. I think that certainly helped him survive that, but he did put down B-Man, who was wielding that proximity launcher, and continues on his way. And this is a great little post-up spot. He does some great work here. He goes full throttle with the M4, doesn't hold back, and depletes his ammo quickly, and really tries to just wrestle that sideways, that horizontal drift that this gun produces. And let's take a look at the kit now while he's posted up here doing some work. It is the M4. Obviously, he's running the iron sights with that EMP airburst on there. He does have in his infantry abilities tac reload, ghost, quick draw, and penny pincher. Penny pincher being paired up with those cluster bombs, which we'll see here shortly. As you can see, it's his last clip. He's got maybe 7, 8 bullets left in there, and he knows he needs to do something to get that next threat level. He only needs one for it. He misfired there on the cluster bomb, and decides he didn't quite want to be positioned behind that pillar, and moved one deeper, and then pulls out the cluster bomb, looking to get this ammo resupply, looking to get at least one kill. Probably wants a 2 or 3 out of it though. And does wait for them to kind of cluster together before launching the cluster bomb. Gets 2 kills really quickly and picks up a 3rd scraggler as the bombardment was just winding down. Unfortunately, he did pull in that ammo resupply, got to the 3rd star threat level, and then got put down. The enemy was stacked up around the corner. He did put down the first man he encountered, but ate a knife from the second. And just some great work here, coming around the wall. He was kind of pinched in there. Pinched up next to the building. You saw 4390 down there, posted up, prone, and looking to send some lead Eeyore's way, but he did manage to work his way out of there. And that was his only death that you saw. So he does ride the rest of the round out here on foot, and the team's starting to pull away now. It was tied at 57 not too long ago, but now they're donning a 10 kill lead. So, and that's certainly in part due to Eeyore's great gameplay here. He will lead the team to victory. He will lead the room in kills and experience, and will also have the greatest KDR in the room as well when this is all said and done. So a really solid round for him. Now, the one thing that really separates Eeyore, he's one of that puts him in that upper tier, is his fast, reactive gameplay. He makes smart decisions in split-second time, in really fast, short amounts of time. He makes good decisions and precise movements, and that's the mark of a good player. And his advice, and I'll get into this right now. I often ask guys if there's anything that they want me to say on their behalf. And his kind of advice that he wants to give to the guys is that anybody can be up there in the best, among the best of the best, if they put their mind to it and put the time in. Obviously, practice makes perfect. It's like anything in life. The more you do something, the better you should get at it, so long as you're not just settling into a comfort zone, as long as you're trying to push it. And Eeyore certainly does that. He's a well-rounded player. He will pull out all the different kits. He uses the shotgun, uses the tube. Now, I don't necessarily enjoy seeing those two play styles, but he has respect for all the play styles, which is what maybe sets the two of us apart. But he will use it all. He can do it all, and he likes to challenge himself that way, I think, just to mix things up and try something different. Which I recommend to all of you to do that once in a while. A lot of guys get settled in with, maybe a little bit of an overpowered weapon and use it as a bit of a crutch. But you know what? The game, there's much more to the game than just a SCAR LMG or a shotgun or whatever the case may be, or even a scout helicopter, right? As some of you are probably sitting there thinking. But you know what? You need to be able to mix it up a little bit. So that was his advice to you guys. And as I was rambling on about that, you saw some great action from Eeyore there. I didn't really need to call it. His actions, his gameplay speaks for itself, and is certainly entertaining to watch. A great round for him. Like I said, he led the team to victory there. They started to pull away just beyond that halfway point. And in large part due to what he was doing on screen. 18-1 for him, and this wasn't this wasn't an easy room to compete in. There was a lot of big names in there. We've seen a few spotlights where the competition wasn't too stiff. This certainly wasn't one of those cases, and having Eeyore at the top of the room is certainly fitting, because he is in that upper tier in the upper crust of the upper tier, as I've said before in a previous video. Anyway, so let's take a look at a few more names and numbers in here. Behind you, 15-9, Old Man Ass, 11-7, Fiji Ouija, 9-6, decent performance. Puncher there with an 11-7. I like the 6-1 from Felix, and it starts to drop off there at wasting time. Wasting, he does a lot of his strong point. It really is his buzzard play. So maybe he was in there on foot trying to mix things up, which is nice to see if he was. I can't see what T-Comics did, but I doubt it was as good as Eeyore's. Looking at the big man, you bam over there on the other side, 12-3, a great performance for him, and Mike with an 11-6. So with all that said, let's get into Eeyore's signature kit. Now, this was kind of out of left field. I wasn't expecting this, but he does have a couple of nice brags, if I remember right, of him. Older brags that he's had for some time of him, one in particular with the M249, and that's what is being recommended by him right now. So he said the M249 with iron sights, so I can only assume that means he would have a silencer on there. That's really all that's left if you're rolling the iron sights. EMP grenades and as his secondary weapon. Or his secondary, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. Hellfires and personal UAV sweep. Obviously, that personal UAV sweep is really a signature of Eeyore's. He does love to use it, and he uses it really well, as I said. So the Hellfires and the personal UAV sweep in his purchase slots. And in the infantry abilities, we're looking at Steady Aim, Ghost, Quick Draw, and Tac Reload. So there's the kit. That's an Eeyore Gaming of Fire Pro original. And you know what? I should do a shout out to his channel. He has different sites and stuff going, but he just said, my channel on YouTube is Eeyore Games. All right, so maybe you'll check that out. I don't know if he has any content up there or not. I should check it out myself. In fact, I will probably do that shortly after this video is all edited, rendered, and ready to go. So that's that, And just going back to that little piece of advice, let's get his name up here first. There it is. Just going back to that little piece of advice, I completely agree with him about this. You can be the best if you put your mind to it, right? And you put a lot of time in. The time comes, like I said, is used to kind of encounter different scenarios, different situations, learn the maps, and learn how the battles play out on them, and through learning all of that, you should be able to better understand what you should be doing at any given time, what to do in those sticky situations when you're kind of overwhelmed or outmatched, and to try and give you the advantage. The thing about putting your mind to it that Eeyore kind of speaks of, and I can't necessarily speak for him, but because I agree with the statement, I'll try and, if you watch Eeyore and you watch the way he plays, he's really fast. He's really fast and reactive. But the thing that really separates him from a lot of guys that try to play like that is that he's precise, and he makes high percentage decisions. He makes smart moves, smart decisions when he goes into battle, and will usually come out on top, even if the opposition is pressing down on him. He has a way of just weaseling his way out of those tough situations, and that is just putting your mind to it. Putting your mind, visualizing what you want to do, understanding what you need to do, and then making it happen with your fingers and doing it in a precise, clean way. A lot of guys get a little sloppy once it comes to they think they can see what they want to do, but something's lost in their hands when it goes into their hands, right? And they try to make the character do what they want them to do. Eeyore doesn't have a problem with that, and that's what puts him up there on that upper tier. So anyway, good on you, sir. I'm quite happy to have you up here, so thank you for getting involved. And guys, certainly show some love for Eeyore's video. Leave a like or a comment and give him some support for this round. A great performance, 18-1 KDR. So let's move on now to the danger rating. Now, I don't know, I had a lot of different things I could have given you, but you know what, this is just out of pure respect, maybe my desperate attempt to steal a little bit of your thunder, so that when people see you, they'll think of me. Anyway, let's get right to it, and not delay any further. You're Gaming a Fire Pro. Why it hurts dangerous. So now, yeah, that was my reasoning, is that when guys see you in battle, they'll think of me. At least the guys that watch this video. So there it is. I'm going to say it one more time. Eeyore Gaming a Fire Pro is why it hurts dangerous. And there it is, guys. We'll sit back and let it soak in while I try and wrap this video up. Another week's spotlight round. One for the vault now, or for the archives, I guess. So anyway, guys, again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking things out. And like I said, do leave a comment or a like, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, remember why it hurts dangerous. Later.